Hi, it is iYikKam time again. So today I'd like to share with you on the 4 momentum zone and the why is momentum is not techniques. Okay. And so many friends ask me, why do I focus on the 4 momentum zone lately, and also momentum, those stuff. First of all, traditional Chinese martial art is now in a critical turning point. Either it is going to proceed or it is going to vanish. Okay. Now, we know from history fact that in the past about 100 years, the so-called internal art propaganda or marketing have influenced Chinese martial arts to go off tangent. Okay, it distorted and is no longer present what is supposed to be. Okay, so it is a death if we keeping going into this internal stuff. Okay, which is it is not what Chinese martial art is about. Okay, so as we all know, I bring out the General Qi Guang's book in 1560s. Okay, and over here it already suggests that there are many types of martial arts which is function in many momentum zone. Okay, so there's a list of the martial art at his time, from the long fist art, the short strike art, the takedown arts, all kinds of stuff. And General Qi Guang is saying that one better train all of this combined, okay, so that one have a complete handling of the different type of momentum. Okay, so I further on organize the momentum, and using today's language, I share this 4 momentum zone. The first zone is the long fist zone, where you're kicking and punching with about 1 meter distance between opponents. The second is getting close, okay, touching body type of get close. That's the short strike zone, and then the takedown zone, and then the ground fight zone. Okay. Now, this stuff is within the Qi Guang book. Like for example, you look at this. This is the short strike zone stuff. This is the long fist zone stuff. Okay, and this one actually, if there's a change, if you read this properly and you know how to use this style, when you kneel down. When you knee down, this is actually a takedown. Okay, when you knee down, this is actually a takedown. So you have all these different zones in the General Qi Guang's time. So right now we talk about that. That's the 4 zone. Okay, you need to cover the 4 zone to be complete. Now, however, you don't want to take my words. Okay, you don't want to take my words. And this is, remember, 1560s era. And you don't want to take my words, but I want to show you the evidence. Okay. Now, our friend Patrick McCarthy have wrote a very good book. Okay, and he really put a lot of effort, and there's a lot of good material inside there. Over here, we can see what happened after the evolution or reform of General Qi Guang in 1560, because the material our friend Patrick present us, which is related to the white crane, the karate, Okinawa Day, that is after the 1600, okay? So let's see, okay? Now, let's see that 4 zone, are they exist or not? Look at this. This is the long fist zone, okay? This is the short strike zone stuff. Remind you of Wing Chun? Going down to the ground, okay? Going down to the ground. Take down. So, there is the 4 zone as in 1600 beyond. So you know that General Chi Guang, he reformed it. He actually fused all this together, and he said, hey, you better have this 4 zone in today's language. 4 zone. He didn't use the 4 zone term. In the 4 zone term is what I coined. Okay. So he said, okay, that's this 4 zone. Okay. And you see that this at the time in the after the 1600 or after the 1650s, the downfall of the Ming Dynasty, the Qing Dynasty, okay, the white crane is come after the mid 16s, okay, mid 1600. So it evolved with it. This is a technology, okay. It's like right now everybody using tablet computer, and you can see how things, you know, you can check on that. So these 2 things from this book, the Chi Guang book, and this book, the informations, the difference would be 100 years, okay? So you have that four zone at 1600 and so forth. And Wing Chun, as we can see just now from our friend Patrick's book, okay, from this Patrick's books, that Wing Chun, close body, the sticking body, short strike. You can see that, okay? So this is what is the effect of the traditional Chinese martial art when they really using in military and real fighting, okay? Now, we need to ask a question today, seriously. Where is those internal chi power, mind power, Fa Jing concept come into play? Does it even follow the traditional Chinese martial art? This is traditional Chinese martial art. We know here, this is following Chinese traditional martial arts. Okay, now I choose an English written book so that everybody can go check it. Okay. Now, where and how is those internal chi, top secret, Fa Jing got to do with this, which is in the real life? Okay. And if you talk about Wing Chun, does Wing Chun have this going down to the ground and then the takedown and so forth? This is old photo from the iYikKam lineage, the sets, the sets, okay, going down to the ground. This is for the takedown stuff. So Wing Chun have all of this, okay? You need to have all your 4 zones, otherwise there's no way you can face MMA, period, okay? As we know, internal, all this Qi, Fa Jing, all this kind of thing doesn't help you. The Chinese have been proven that since April 27, 2017. Okay? None works. So that's why I present this 4 momentum zone or 4 fighting zone material to you all. Wing Chun need to evolve out from this. No longer, you know, we don't want to create our own stuff. If we say that it is a traditional Chinese martial art, we better follow what is traditional, okay? And it makes sense for that 4 zone to exist. Otherwise, we are blind at things and keeping thinking about this mind power, chi power, fudging. But what does it do? When people have this capability of momentum handling in the 4 zone, what are we going to do? Standing there, hope that there's some magic power happen some days? Okay, so that's one thing. The second thing is about momentum. Fighting is an exchange of momentum. So I don't invent the term momentum. This is in this book, okay? Qigong book. Momentum in Chinese called shi. In physics we call it momentum, okay? Now, I'm going to show you one can learn a techniques, but one do not have the momentum, do not know about the momentum, okay? And the issue is deadly if one keeping stuck with this technique stuff, okay? It is as lethal or dangerous as the keep thinking about this internal art, all those kind of stuff. Well, it doesn't solve anything, okay? So let's talk about really simple thing. Why is techniques doesn't mean momentum? One can learn the techniques and have completely no idea on the momentum. And as we know, fighting is an exchange of momentum. If one do not know about the momentum, there's no way one can exchange momentum because one cannot play it. Okay, so let's see Tan Sao. Usually when we say Tan Sao, in general, it is push out and strike. If you say Tan Da, okay, push out and strike, push out and strike. You see how this thing move? Push out my Tan Sao and strike, okay? I have to use my forward pressure, forward power to push out and strike. I have to use my structure and push out and strike. Okay, so this is how, what happened with this. Okay, this dummy. You see that? Now, this is the usual general Tan Sao. You need to have the structure, forward pressure, push out, and then you strike. This is called Tan Da. Okay? That is the usual techniques. However, you see that the momentum is this way. Okay, push up and strike. Now, if you want to go according to Grandmaster Yip Man interview, all this Tan and Bong and Fok is for receiving. This is what happened. You see, I receiving. You see this dummy is going that direction, I'm on the other direction. So look at this. This is this, pushing this away, while this is this, getting him close and shoot at him. You see the momentum different? And Wing Chun momentum is this. Wing Chun momentum is not this. If I do this, this arm is going to shoot at my head right away, okay? Try it when people try to jab you, and you do a Tan like that, push in, see whether you get smashed this to the face or not, okay? So if you do this, watch out for this is going to get you because you're in a long range, long fist zone, okay? Long fist momentum zone. Well, if you want to accord to the ancient Wing Chun, which is the soft art, which is the receiving art, or described in Grandmaster Yip Man's interview, what you do is You get in, you receive him, retract your arm, receive him, and you strike him. Now he's close to your body. This arm is very far away already because this is now on his own way, blocking his own way, versus this way. So one can say, well, I know the techniques tanda. But is this tanda proper or this tanda proper? Unless one knows the momentum. The momentum of short strike is get him, stick at him. You see, I stick at him now. Because my hand retract, I stick at him, I shoot him from this angle. Okay? While the other one is, I push him away, tanda this way. How can I stick at him? Then we say Wing Chun is for sticking. That's what it is. Okay? So one can know all the techniques. Oh, this is Tan Sao, this. But if one have no idea of the momentum, do not know what is the momentum one have to achieve, have to handle, one can have all the techniques, still don't know what's going on. Okay? So this is the issue now. Right now there's an issue. And also, when I'm here, this is a tanda. Well, is that exactly my technique has to be like that? Retract this arm and tanda this way? No, because when I get into here, things can change. Okay? My hand here, if his hand is more over, I don't even have to touch him. I just shoot him from here. Why not? I let him pass and shoot him. Is there a tanda? Yes, there's a tanda. Tanda doesn't mean that I have to tan and da. Tanda is just the bottom line is I want to close in and then at the same time I strike him. As this hand I touch him or not, or I let him pass, and actually preferably I want to let him pass. Why want to mess around with his hand? Because he cannot get me anyway, okay? He's outside me. However, if you do tanda this way, you are in the zone of attack. This is a long face zone. Then Wing Chun is a short strike. You go inside here. This one, I don't even have to do anything. And then it continues with this. Okay? So I hope that you see that one need to know what kind of momentum the goal is about. Not to say, oh, my Tan Sao is proper, your Tan Sao is not proper. Same thing is Bong Sao. If you do Bong Sao this way, it's a kiss of death. You're going to open here, you open here. Okay? So the Bong Sao is like this. That is the proper way of Bong Sao. But this proper way of Bong Sao is not the technique, it's about momentum. The momentum is get close in already. I'm actually touring here. Okay? So there are also variations, even Bong Sao I'm here. How? Say if I go here, he move away. I elbow him, okay? So it's not like I have the Bong Sao, I have to do this, I have to do that. Those are techniques. You just don't want to stick into the techniques and missing the momentum. That's the point, okay? So this is to share with you today. I hope that we can make things clearer and clearer. Otherwise, it's like you love Wing Chun, I love Wing Chun, we all love Wing Chun. Is there any reason that we want to get everybody in the screw-up situations and the entire Wing Chun going down to the tube? There's no reason for that. Okay, you invest a lot of time in that, I invest a lot of time in that, and the ancient ancestors have a proper art there. So there's not necessary for us to go off tangent to internal, off tangent to, or your techniques, my techniques have to be, my Tan Sao have to be this degree, this way, this way, this way. One just follow what other people, the ancients say. That's all. Just make life easy and make life proper. So this is for you today.